The discarded old phones in front of us can actually bring huge profits. This video will give you the answer you're looking for. You just need to extract the gold from the circuit boards. Given the current price of gold, this is definitely a lucrative business. These phones are mostly obsolete models, mainly Nokia phones. I'm sure many people have used these phones. First, manually remove the circuit boards from the phones. Around these solder points, there's definitely some gold. To save on processing costs, they place the circuit boards in the middle of the yard, then use cow dung to completely cover the circuit boards. This method has been seen in mechanical repair processes before. Who would have thought it could also be used in gold refining? The purpose of burning with cow dung is to break down the epoxy resin and other composite materials in the circuit boards. Of course, other fuels could work as well, but cow dung is definitely the most cost-effective. Collect the circuit boards. By now, the circuit boards are very brittle. They're then added to a grinding machine, with some lead balls inside. This allows the machine to stir and crush the circuit boards. After crushing, it looks like ash or soot. Then, add some white powder to the mix. This white powder is borax. Its main purpose is to help combustion. Then, place these materials into a smelting furnace. The worker adds a layer of fine sand to the surface. This complex process requires your careful attention. Once everything is ready, the ignition process can begin. To increase the furnace temperature, covering the furnace with a lid is essential. With the help of a blower, after 60 minutes of smelting, the contents of the pot have turned into a liquid. Now the crucible can be removed. Pour this lava-like liquid into a pit. Once cooled, a skin forms on the surface, which can be removed. It's like jelly. Finally, a few black iron ingots are obtained. Actually, these contain the most copper. Due to the high level of impurities, the workers are preparing for a second smelting. They make a shallow furnace with cement on the ground. Next, they add premium charcoal. The charcoal is of high quality, making a crisp sound. The gold ingots are placed in the middle for roasting. With the help of a blower, the gold ingots quickly melt. This method is far more cost-effective than our usual gold refining methods. To raise the temperature for smelting, the worker uses the most traditional method, adding a piece of wood to the furnace. This allows the gold ingot to melt completely. The impurities are absorbed by the charcoal, thus achieving purification. Once done, pour some water to quickly cool the gold ingot. Then remove the gold ingot. It's obvious the cement furnace is single-use. After high-temperature smelting, it turns to slag. The gold ingot has shrunk by half. The metal color can already be seen. Use a wire brush to clean the surface. At this point, the gold ingot resembles purple copper. Now, it's time for the gold dissolving process. First, add 4,000 milliliters of clean water to a bucket. Then, add 2,000 milliliters of aqua regia. These are basic chemical knowledge. If aqua regia is added directly, the reaction would be very intense. Even with twice the dilution, the reaction is still quite strong. Our chemistry teachers always warned us to never be careless. Once the reaction is complete, sodium bisulfite is added to reduce the gold. The worker didn't show this part of the process. After pouring out the solution, the gold has already been reduced. Pour out the blue solution from the top. What remains at the bottom is sponge gold. Use filter paper to separate the sponge gold. This is the small amount of gold that's been refined. Squeeze out any excess water, then place it into the crucible. Add a small amount of borax. Use a spray torch to melt the sponge gold. You can see a small gold nugget has been refined. Now, you can boldly guess. How much do you think this little gold nugget is worth? Follow my channel for daily creative videos.